that he had all these ideas. And I listened to Jerry for about 5 seconds, and I looked right at Hunter. And I said, if you ever have anything that you need to discuss with me, you need to come to discuss it with me, face-to-face, man-to-man. We're done. And that was it.
Did he ever apologize?
And he didn't. No, and he didn't need to. You know, he didn't need to, per se, to apologize to me. I can understand how he would have took it. But I'm sure today, and in some ways, I could probably take a little credit for what he's done in his career. Because I know if somebody had done that to me, what I would have done, I would have said to myself, we'll see.
Right.
And look what he's done in the business.
He's
you know what I mean?
one of the most powerful people in the company.
So, it's kind of funny. I thought that over the years. I thought, you know what? I didn't mean to do that. But he did. And I can understand how he would have took it that way. But if he wants to tell the story a different way, then he's the puny little bastard on the inside that he was back then. You know, he's not the guy that's built a really credible career in the business and seems to love the business. He's still the puny little shithead that he was in 1996, and I'd tell him to his face again.
Right.
Now, when it comes to all of my videos about Austin Theory, look, man, I wanted to be wrong, right? I wanted to look back and say, you know what? I was talking out of my ass because I wanted to be proven wrong about my theories about Austin Theory. I wanted to be proven wrong. I thought I was overreacting. I didn't want Triple H to fucking prove me right. I wanted him to prove me wrong. I had answers, I had questions that was not being answered. Nobody else was making these kinds of videos about Austin Theory's bad booking as of late, ever since Triple H has taken over. I was the only guy making those kinds of videos. Dog, I had my concerns about Theory's booking. It has been horrible. He has been booked as a fucking loser. But people wanted to tell me that I was overreacting. Telling me, oh, you are wrong. Triple H does like him. He does have a plan for him. He's trying to make him lose to eventually help him win that world title, right? People were telling me tons of best case scenarios about his bad booking, right? And I was telling you, bro, I'm concerned about this kid's booking. I said he has been losing matches left and right ever since Triple H has been the boss. I said, why is he losing? How come he don't feel the same ever since Vince has left? Why does he feel like a fucking loser? Now, I made a video a couple of weeks back about the possibility of Austin Theory possibly cashing in on Braun Breaker. Well, obviously, that's not going to happen, right? But that might not happen. But there's still a possibility he might get called back down to NXT any goddamn way. How about that? Why not? I think there's a strong possibility he's going to be called back down to NXT. Why not, right? Because if you look at that roster, there's nobody on that roster that can beat Braun Breaker. Okay, why not Theory? All right, that makes sense, but that will still be a burial to me. If he goes back down to NXT, that's still a fucking burial. But I was proven right, even though I did not want to be proven right. I was making tons of videos. I made a video, and the title said, "I'm worried about Austin Theory," and now look where he's at. That just goes to show you, I know my professional fucking wrestling. I made a couple of videos about Theory's booking, and I'm like, bro, he's a fucking loser now. What's going on here? I said, the worst case scenario is him possibly failing his cash in. And what do you know? Right on cue, he failed his fucking cash in before 2023. Come on, man. That's fucked up. The fact that I predicted as a worst case scenario him possibly failing his cash in. And he failed his cash in. Now his burial is complete. He's a loser now, man. I made a video about Theory a couple of weeks back about him going back down to NXT, and I said Triple H does not like this guy. I kept saying it in the fucking video. I said Triple H does not like this kid. Don't give me no fucking bullshit saying, oh, Triple H signed him. No, bitch. Triple H did not sign him. Theory was a tryout. He didn't sign him. Theory was not a star on the indies. Right? Theory had to try out. Then they sent him down to, I think, Evolve to give him some more experience. Because at the time he was too young for NXT. So they sent him to Evolve to grow as a pro wrestler. Right? Because he was green. He was young and he was super green. But go and Google it. Theory was a fucking tryout. I think he tried out. I think he tried out when he was like, what, 19 or 20? He was young when he tried out. But Triple H did not sign him, right? And look, I'm watching Raw, right? And I'm seeing all these guys that Vince McMahon loved. I'm saying that they're not being booked as they once did. Now, how about, look, let's talk about fucking Elias. Elias, he is dead. Elias is dead. I'm trying to figure out what happened to Zeke. Why did Triple H get rid of Zeke? Even though clearly Zeke was more over than fucking Elias. Look, man, Elias is dead. That character is dead, is never coming back. Every time I see Elias, I think about nostalgia now. It's an old character, right? It's the equivalent of Bray Wyatt going back to the Eater of fucking Worlds. It's dead, it's an old character, you gotta move on. Elias is 2017, he's 2018. He will never be as over as he once was. That character is dead and buried. Move the fuck on. Zeke was a breath of fresh air. Now he turned her back into fucking Elias and he's back losing matches. Now, the reason I brought him up, because Elias was a Vince McMahon guy. You see where I'm going with this? So, 2 Vince McMahon guys got buried tonight. That's Theory and Elias. Elias got dominated against fucking Otis. Like, damn, bro, you can't beat fucking Otis? Like, huh? You can't beat Otis? Dude, Zeke is better than Elias. Elias, that character is fucking dead. Triple H was never a fan of Elias Sampson. Remember? You remember that was his name in NXT? Remember? Elias was a jobber in NXT. Then he got moved up. Then he got moved up to the main roster. Vince McMahon gave him a strong push. Vince McMahon liked him. See what I'm saying? Anybody that Triple H books as a loser in NXT, those are the guys that Vince McMahon looks at, right? He looks at those guys to fucking spite them. He says, oh, you didn't see money in Elias? Okay, I'm gonna show you Elias is fucking money. Right, remember? Same as Theory. Theory was a loser in NXT under Triple H. Right? Look, he lost all his matches in NXT. Then Triple H put him with Johnny fucking Gargano. And he put him in that cringe faction called The Way. And it really ruined Theory's rep as a fucking badass. It ruined his rep as a cocky prick. He went from a cocky prick to a goofy goofball comedy act character under Triple H. Then Vince McMahon calls him up to Raw, and Theory gets a strong mega push. Now Vince is gone. Triple H is back in charge. Now Theory is back to being buried under Triple H. See what I'm saying? Triple H does not like Vince McMahon pet fucking projects. See what I'm saying? It's a cat and mouse game with them. See what I'm saying? They have a cat and mouse rivalry. I don't know why. But to get back to Theory, I can't believe he cashed in on a mid-card championship. Look, this is my opinion. Look, man, just get rid of the fucking briefcase, right? That's my opinion. I think they should just get rid of the fucking Money in the Bank. They made that briefcase look really, really bad tonight. Like, dude, for the past couple of years, the men's briefcase has been awful and terrible booked. They have booked that briefcase terrible when it comes to the men. Theory got buried worse than Baron Corbin. Remember when Corbin failed his cash in? This was 1,000 times worse. This was a burial, right? When it came to Corbin, dog, it took Corbin years to recover from that failed cash in. Theory says, hold my fucking beer. Okay? Theory says, hold my fucking beer, Corbin, because I got buried way worse than you. Theory is now a jobber. Okay? He needs to go back to fucking NXT now. I'm sorry. He is buried. He needs to go away now. All thanks to Triple H. He needs to go away. This was... I don't get where is Triple H going with this? Like, what are you doing? Like, he is your only young, promising prospect on the main roster, and you don't give a flying fuck about him. It's like, bro, you don't have any MJFs on the main roster. You don't have any young, promising prospects on the main roster currently. Theory, look, Austin Theory was your only guy that was promising as a fucking prospect. I thought he was the next Randy Orton. Shit, fuck that. Not anymore. If anything, he is the next Alex Riley. This was bad, man. I can't believe they buried the briefcase. They made Austin Theory look like a fucking jackass, right? And what made it worse was the audience did not pop for it. The audience did not pop for it. The audience was, look, if you saw the audience, they was fucking confused. I was confused. I'm like, hold on, bro. This is a Money in the Bank briefcase. Why the fuck are you gonna cash in on a mid-card belt? Like, bro, people bust their fucking ass in that ladder match to have the right to cash in on the world fucking champion. And you cash in on a mid-card championship? Bro, like, they gotta get rid of this fucking briefcase. Remember Otis, Corbin, now Theory. What have they done good with their briefcase when it comes to the men? Who else failed? Braun Strowman failed. Remember? Braun fucking Strowman failed. It gets to a point where the women cash in at a higher rate than the fucking men. Let that sink in. But I can't believe Triple H made this kid cash in on a worthless mid-card championship just to get the fucking briefcase off of him. like, wow. He hates Theory that much? I'm trying to figure this out. Why does he hate Austin Theory? You would think they have tons in common, right? They are both fucking bodybuilders. So I'm like, Triple H, he is you, Triple H. Like, Triple H, you was Austin Theory when you was a rookie in the WWF, right? Remember when the Ultimate Warrior buried Triple H? Now, fast forward, damn near 20-some years later, Triple H is doing the same thing to Austin Theory like the Ultimate Warrior did to him. And I think that's fucked up. Triple H, dog, Theory is not going to recover from this. He is a jobber now. He's not going to recover from this. He is a jobber now. Nobody will ever take him seriously as a fucking heel. He needs to go away. He needs to go away for a very long time to make the fans forget about this burial. He got embarrassed by Bobby Lashley. He still can't beat up Seth Rollins. Like, wow, you can't beat up Seth Rollins? And what made it worse, you failed to cash in on a mid-card championship. And you idiots was telling me this guy is going to face John Cena at WrestleMania? Are you insane? Yeah, that didn't age well, did it? He is nowhere near a John Cena match. Not while Triple H is there. Like, this was a huge burial. He's never going to recover. Dog, all these months he was bragging about being the youngest Money in the Bank winner. And months later, this dude, dog, he was telling the whole world he was going to be the next world champion. And months later, he decides to cash in on a mid-card championship. Now, look, ever since Triple H has been in charge, right? Theory has failed all his cash-ins, and on top of that, he's been made to look like a fucking idiot. Remember Fury? Remember Tyson Fury made a fool out of him? Remember Roman and Brock also made a fool out of him? See what I'm saying? People thought Triple H had tons of plans for him. I'm like, no, he does not. See, when Vince was in charge, right? I thought that Vince was gonna have Theory cash in on Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. But now that Vince is gone, that ain't happening. Dog, I thought Triple H had a plan for this guy. I'm like, okay, why is your young, promising prospect losing matches left and right, and he's the Money in the Bank winner? I figure, okay, there has to be a long-term plan for this. Okay, what's going on here? Is he losing, and eventually he's going to fool everybody and cash in and be a world champion? Is this a work? And now we know this was not a work. Triple H does not like this kid. Now, I did see Triple H brought back Mia Yim. And my question is why? Right? Nobody was begging for her to come back. So I'm like, okay, why would you bring her back? Like, Triple H, look, I don't mind you bringing back some people, but you can't bring back everybody, right? You gotta read the room. When it comes to Tony Khan, he signs everybody, right? Don't he? Ain't that the narrative? Tony Khan signs all of the WWF scraps. He never looked at Mia Yim. He never signed her. Never even looked at her. Never talked to her. He never even looked at her fucking direction. And guess what? Her fucking husband works for the company. So, Triple H, why would you sign somebody, right? Why would you sign a chick and her husband works for a rival company and her husband can't even get her a fucking job with his company? So that being said, she's not that good. If Tony Khan don't want you, that means you ain't that good. Hell, Tony Khan signed Storm. He signed Athena. He signed Paige. He signs a lot of chicks from the WWF, but he never even took a look at Mia Yim. Bro, nobody was clamoring for her to come back. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why would you bring her back? But hey, that's just my opinion. I'm shocked he brought her back. But to get back on Austin Theory, man, that kid had a bright future. Bright future. If Vince was still in charge, this would not happen. So, where are you Vince McMahon haters at now? Where? Look, Vince McMahon, the Vince McMahon I know, he would have never had Theory cash in on a mid-card title. Hell, fuck Theory. Vince McMahon wouldn't let any of his stars cash in on any kind of mid-card title. Not just Theory. Look. I can't imagine Dolph Ziggler cashing in on the Intercontinental Championship. Right? I can't imagine Seth Rollins cashing in on the Intercontinental Championship. You see how bad this makes Austin Theory look? This makes him look like a fucking idiot. This makes him look like a dork. Like, he's never going to recover. Never. The fans will never take him seriously. Hell, Theory is better off going to I'm sorry, man. He's better going to AEW. I'm sorry. I'm going to put this out here right now. I'm gonna put this out here right now. Theory is better off in All Elite Wrestling. There's no way in hell Tony Khan would make this guy look that foolish. Hell no. There's no way in hell. No way in hell. So, where are all you Triple H ass kissers at now, huh? Remember? All you idiots was saying Vince was this, he was that, he was bad, he was this. All you people was burying how the way Vince was booking people, right? He was bringing him, bringing her, bringing him and shit, right? Vince McMahon would have never had any of his wrestlers cash in on a mid-card championship. Even he wouldn't go that far. Come on, man. Y'all gotta keep that same energy. Look, I'm not saying Triple H has been doing a bad job. He hasn't been perfect. I would say Triple H has been, since he's been in charge, I would give his booking a 6.5 out of 10. This booking of Theory, this is a blemish to Triple H. This makes him look hella bad. This makes Triple H look bad. This makes Theory look hella bad. This makes Austin Theory look fucking bad. And Triple H. Like, bro, just get rid of the fucking briefcase. Just get rid of it. If you don't, what makes it worse? He cashed in on a mid-card title on Raw. On fucking Raw and not at a pay-per-view. It's like, damn, man, like, have him cash in at fucking Crown Jewel or something. Look, Theory was better off failing his cash in against Cody Rhodes. Seriously. Theory was better off failing his cash in, next year against Cody Rhodes at this point. This is like, bro, this is worse than actually failing against a world champion. This is worse, right? He would have had better cred if he would have failed his cash in against Roman or Cody Rhodes. But he failed his cash in against Seth fucking Rollins, a mid-card champion. It's like, people would have gave him the benefit of the doubt if he would have failed against Cody Rhodes or fucking Reigns. We would have gave him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, all right, cool, all right, whatever. But, bro, that contract is not meant to cash in on a mid-card champion. That's not what that contract is made for, fool. Like, bro, how can we ever take this kid seriously? He's buried. He's fucking buried. Now, I don't have an issue with Triple H finally getting rid of the 24/7 championship. I have no problem with that. That belt has been dead for the past 2 years, so I have no problem with that. But, dog, Elias and Theory, bro, those guys are buried. In case y'all forgot, Triple H is not a fan of Elias. in case y'all forgot, Google it. Do your fucking history. Do your fucking Google history. Look back at what Elias was when he was in NXT. He was a fucking loser. But Triple H, dog, you gotta cool out when it comes to bringing back everybody. You can't bring back every fucking body. Not people like fucking Mia Yim. Bro, she was not that over when you had her in fucking NXT. Like, she was not over at all. Like, bro, you gotta bring back people who had the fucking it factor. She never had it. So why would you bring her back? I don't get it, bro. But there's only one best case scenario for Austin Theory. And that best case scenario is he needs to go back to NXT to I guess repackage his whole act. He needs to go away and come back down to NXT. He cannot stay on the main roster. Triple H has buried this kid. Triple H should be ashamed of himself, man. He should be ashamed of himself for burying a young prospect like this. Even Tony Khan wouldn't bury Theory. He wouldn't bury Austin Theory like this. I can't believe I'm putting over Tony Khan. I'm putting over Tony Khan. Man, I don't get it, man. And what do I think about this Raw? This Raw was below average. Below average. Can you say Vince McMahon couldn't have booked this Raw? See, all you people who hated on Vince McMahon, where are you at now? This is bad booking. Horrible, awful booking. Dude, Theory was better off failing his cash shit at WrestleMania. He failed on Raw on a mid-card title. And he looked like a damn jackass. In the process, he got his ass fucked up by Bobby Lashley. Like, this dude got his ass whooped against Bobby Lashley, and then he still couldn't beat a beat up Seth Rollins. This dude will never be a top guy. Not while Triple H is there. He might be the first to go, right? Look, we all know Triple H does not like cutting people, but I can see Theory just fucking walking away. I can see Theory not wanting to resign with this company. Like, why? Why should I resign and my fucking boss does not like me? I'm telling you, Theory needs to take his ass to AEW. I think Tony Khan would not bury this kid like that. He would never bury him like this. This is horrible. This sends a bad fucking message to all the young guys, young girls down in NXT. Hell, I'm scared for fucking Braun. I'm scared for fucking Braun Breaker. Shit. I'm scared for Braun Breaker. I'm scared for Von fucking Wagner. Now, I want to talk about Corbin and JBL. Now, what do I think about their pairing? Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's not needed. JBL has tons of potential as a manager. Corbin does not need a mouthpiece. Corbin can talk. Corbin has heat with the crowd when he talks for himself. I feel like their pairing is kind of holding back Baron Corbin. Corbin does not need he does not need JBL. And JBL does not need him. JBL needs to take his ass down to fucking NXT. He needs to be paired up with, Von Wagner, right? JBL needs to tutor a young prospect down NXT. Corbin does not need him. This is a bad pairing. I don't know whose idea was it, but this was a bad pairing. JBL does not need Corbin. Corbin does not need JBL either. That's the crazy part. Look, when it comes to a guy like a JBL, he needs to manage a young prospect down NXT. Veer or something like Veer or Von Wagner. He needs to tutor a young fucking prospect who has a bright future, who's a monster. Corbin is a character. Corbin is good on the fucking microphone. He does not need a fucking mouthpiece. That's why it's a bad pairing. But overall, Theory, he's fucking done, man. Theory's done. He is no longer the next Randy Orton. He is done. He's a jobber. He is a jobber for life in that company until he fucking leaves. He needs to leave. I'm sorry. He needs to leave and he needs to go to All Elite Wrestling. Because Triple H does not like him. And I said he does not like him in many videos. So I got proof. I've been saying for months. Theory has been buried. He hasn't been booked the way he once was under Vince. I said it. I said Triple H does not like him. And I was proven right. He failed a cash-in on a mid-card title. That said, I'm done.